The most played rivalry in college hockey, but with a twist. For the first time in series history, Michigan and Michigan State play a series ranked number 1 and 2 in the nation. Live from the home of the Detroit Red Wings, we're in Hockeytown, Little Cesars Arena, the home of tonight's star-studded matchup. The world of college hockey will have their eyes on tonight's game between the Wolverines and the Spartans. It's the 10th edition of the Duel in the D live on WCBN. Jake Lancer and Sydney Cyprian here with you tonight from the 313, and what a game we have, Sydney. Let's talk about the breaking news that we heard just a few moments ago. Jack Ivankovic, the Wolverines star freshman keeper, is back behind the net tonight after being injured a month ago. How does that change the Wolverines' attack tonight?
Yeah, I think Stephen Peck has done a phenomenal job in his place. Last night, he was on top of it. He was playing up to Trey Augustine's level, and he's played 3.5 series so far for the Wolverines, and he's done a great job in place of Jack Ivankovic. But now we have Jack Ivankovic back, and he's playing great as a freshman, I would have to say. He is Trey Augustine in a smaller form, not smaller stature form, but, you know, he's a freshman. Trey Augustine's a junior. He's been doing it a while, but, you know, Ivankovic has definitely been the same as Trey Augustine, if not is probably going to get better as he gets older. And so I'm really excited to see him playing from being injured. I think it's interesting that they decided to put him in now, especially halfway through the series from being injured. But it's a big game, and it's a big arena, and I'm really excited to see him play.
There's an injury that they said he might be out for the entire season. They were saying maybe postseason he'd be back, but no one thought that he'd be back for the Duel in the D. He shut out the Spartans earlier this season at Munn Ice Arena. He is going to be back and ready to go, and I'm personally curious to see how he is on the ice tonight. We have to get into what happened last night at Yost Ice Arena. The Wolverines came back from down 2 goals to score in overtime and win 4-3, taking down the Spartans in front of a sold-out crowd at Yost. It looked like the Wolverines were dead going into the third period. Sydney, what changed?
I mean, it just reeked of Michigan hockey. I kind of was explaining with this to you earlier. Michigan loves to start off hot, which they didn't do last night. I think that's what kind of made them start off behind. But they love a good comeback story, and that's exactly what happened. Into that third period, it was 3-1. Michigan was down by 2, and they didn't let that stop them. They came back with a goal, and then a shorty that ended up tying the game, and then allowing them to go into overtime. And then, you know, Michigan State had a penalty, unfortunately for them, and it caused it to be a 3-on-4. Michigan elected to put 4 forwards in instead of a defenseman, and they put their 4 best forwards in, Perron, Hayes, Hughes, and Horkoff, and I think that was the best combination for them to end up with that win.
Well, now we have to talk about the keys to tonight's matchup. Duel in the D. The Wolverines overall lead the series, but it's been all MSU as of late. The Spartans won the last 2. They're trying to make it 3 in a row and also avenge the loss from last night. In your opinion, what are the keys to the game tonight, Sydney?
Yeah, so this one comes down to style versus style. Michigan wants ease and slow discipline. They're the nation's top offense, led by TJ Hughes, Michael Hayes, Horkoff, those 3 guys, plus Perron from last night. And when they stay 5-on-5, you know, they're able to move the puck quickly and they control the game. But they struggled with this against OSU, where they practically played 4-on-5 hockey in that second game, allowing OSU to come back through power plays. And then on the flip side, you have Michigan State, who wants the opposite. They're a speed-up team. They like to get physical, and they want to turn this into a net front battle. Guys like Daniel Russell, Charlie Stramel, and Riker Lee love to tip off rebounds, chaos in front of the net, in the crease, and Ivankovic is a goalie who can really handle that. Stephen Peck struggled with that a little bit, did really well with that last night, but Ivankovic is a goalie that loves that type of play, and so I think it's going to be really hard for Michigan State to get dirty like they did last night, and they really just need to focus and put it forward. And if Michigan wants to win, they have to avoid the scrums, and they have to take possession of the puck a little more than they do, because they like to allow the other team to take possession of the puck most of the time. But with Michigan State, they like to take advantage of that. So Michigan is really going to need to, you know, keep up with that shot battle and take more possession of the puck, even though they like to stay clean and stay slow.
Just about to get underway here from Hockeytown. Last duel in the D, Michigan State won by a whopping 6-1 margin. Wolverines went 0 for 6 on the power play, only got 18 shots on goal all game, a season low. for the Spartans, it was their back-to-back win. They went 2 for 5 on the power play and had 5 players with multi-point performances. Sellout crowd here from Little Cesars Arena, live on WCBN, just about to get going. Michigan and Michigan State, 1 versus 2, lot on the line tonight here from LCA.
Yeah, it's quite an honor to call this game in Little Cesars Arena. If you don't know Little Cesars Arena, we're in our own booth at the top, and so we kind of get to do whatever we want in this booth, and we get to watch the game from up top. So it's pretty cool. We get our own mini TVs to the side, so when they show a replay, we'll be able to see it pretty well. So a pretty cool experience, I would say.
I think they call it the gondola. We're on the gondola
We're on
right
the gondola.
now. Feels like we have the aerial view of the whole rink. It'll be a great vantage point, though, to see the best 2 teams in the nation face off. So much at stake. Big Ten regular season crown. Michigan right now holds a 2-point lead over MSU after the OT win last night, but an MSU win tonight could flip things all around and, knot it up. Seeding for the Big Ten and NCAA tournament, and, just the right to be called favorites to win the national championship. A lot on the line tonight, and we are ready to go. From center ice, the Spartans win the face-off. It's right back to the Wolverines, and the Spartans will take it back in their defensive zone as they push it around the board. Ivan Kovic will get his first touch of the night behind the net as he swings it down the boards. The Wolverines have it, pushing it into the neutral zone, taken back by MSU, and here they come. Stramel feeds it up ahead, no one home. Duke will take it back for the Wolverines. Taken back by the Spartans in the offensive zone. Stramel looking for a man to pass it to. Tough defense from Michigan as they push it back. Michigan puck in the offensive zone. Here they come. Hughes with a chance early. He shoots. Easy deflection that time for Augustine. Wolverines keep it inside the blue line. Schock has it, lost the puck, gets it back, swings it around the boards. Moldenhauer has it after a big performance last night, flicks it back to Hughes. Hughes behind the red line, swings it up. Wolverines working it around, first substitution of the night as the Wolverines continue to work it around. Inside the blue line, Horkoff swings it in, can't connect with his man. Spartans take it back, only momentarily. No, here come the Spartans on the break. Martone looking for a man. He shoots and deflected. Ivan Kovic with an early save. Wolverines hold it behind the net, regroup, and here they come. Robertson pushing it up into the neutral zone, swings it around the boards. He is able to connect with Hage. No, lost it. It is loose at center ice. Still around the boards, and Augustine will hold it. Geary swings it back around the boards. Barnhill risky pass. It is taken. Nielsen has it. Swings one out, and it'll be deflected by Ivan Kovic. Wolverines hold it. Valentini sends it into the neutral zone, taken right back by the Spartans. They'll swing it around the board, and Ivan Kovic is there for Michigan. Ivan Kovic missed pass that time, can't connect with his man. Spartans have it with a real chance, going behind the net. Here they come, swinging it up to the blue line. A deflected shot that time by Romani, and it'll be saved by Ivan Kovic.
A lot of new ice hockey playing right now. A lot of missed passes, kind of struggling to keep possession of the puck from both teams. Both teams having shots on net, however, none of them quality shots. You had TJ Hughes, who was able to get control of that puck for Michigan's sole shot, but it was a backhanded pass into the net, and Trey Augustine was easily able to stop that one. Same with Ivan Kovic with his 3 shots. Nothing too quality.
First major line change of the night for both of these teams. The faceoff is won by the Wolverines, and here they come, swinging around the boards into the offensive zone. Can't connect. Spartans take it back. It's a scrum for the puck behind the net. Michigan has it for the time being. Draper fighting for it. In there along with him is Ernest. Michigan still fighting for it in the neutral zone. Wolverines take it back, and it is loose. It'll be a foot race to the puck. The Spartans take it for the time being, but Ernest is all alone, and he has it back for Michigan. Wolverines working in the offensive zone. Almost a shot opportunity off the mark behind the wall on the glass. A fight for the puck on the boards. MSU has it. Michigan player lost his stick in the scrum. MSU trying to push on the attack, but Duke takes it back in the neutral zone, and MSU will hold it as we have another major line change. Here come the Spartans, pushing it down. It's West, passing it up ahead. A fight for the puck. Spartans in the offensive zone. They have it. It'll be a chase at the boards. Shouty has it, passes it up ahead. Loose puck, a shot blocked by Ivan Kovic, and the Wolverines will take it back. Valentini crossing the Hockeytown logo, skipping it back to the boards. Wolverines can't get there. MSU pushing it ahead into the neutral zone, and here they come. All alone. Manisto swings it around the board, and McKinney will hold it for the Wolverines. Robertson now pushing it across center ice. Swings it up to Perron. He shoots. Blocked by Augustine. Spartans pushing it into the neutral zone. Russell, it's a 1-on-2. Spartans can't get there. Some great defense from the Wolverines. And now some extracurricular activity. 3 Wolverines tackle a man into the board, and the crowd's getting into it. It'll get broken up, but some chippiness early here in the first period, Sydney.
100%. I was expecting a little bit more of that even earlier than 5 minutes into the period, but you know, it's rivalry hockey. This is the reason I love watching hockey, so I expect to see it. Both teams, this was the story of last night. Michigan's defense really stepping up to the plate with Stephen Peck, but now you have Ivan Kovic in net, and you know, the Spartans really struggling to get any quality shot off. But then Michigan on the flip side not getting many shots off, but they've been able to match the shot battle here 3-3.
Stramel versus Hughes in the Spartan zone. They win it, but back into the neutral zone, and now all the way back into Michigan's area. Spartans pushing it across center ice. Into the offensive zone they go. Swung around the boards as they work it around. Stramel has it behind the net. Duke on him tight. Passes it over ahead. Spartans trying to work it around. Loose puck around center ice on the right wall. And MSU has it near their net. Loose puck. Wolverines try and take it back. They do. An opportunity. A 2-on-2. Moldenhauer passes it. Gets it back. Shoots. Augustine saves it. Big opportunity there for the Wolverines. Couldn't capitalize. Back behind the net, Ivan Kovic holds it, swings it around the boards, right to a Spartan. Here comes MSU. Martone behind the board. Swings it over. Held on by Leahy. Back to Martone. Intercepted by Hughes. Wolverines pushing it across center ice, swinging around the boards. Shifsky can't get there. Horkoff going to help him out. Back to Shifsky. They couldn't connect. Taken away by Van Saughi. Shifsky lost his stick, and we will have another stoppage in play.
And that was the second time Michigan had a big opportunity on net, unable to capitalize on a rebound. But Trey Augustine staying low, staying crouched like he should, and getting those stops. But then there's a really big rebound and nobody's there, and that's Michigan's problem. They're unable to get very many men down the ice in order to capitalize on those shots, rebounds, and then attempt another shot.
Hage versus Nielsen at center ice. Nielsen wins, but it goes to the Wolverines. Horkoff has it at the logo, tries to feed it up ahead for Shifsky. It is taken away by Leahy. Spartans working their way into the offensive zone. A go-ahead pass is intercepted by the Wolverines. Barnett was there. Here comes Michigan. Horkoff, can he get there? Gives it to Shifsky. It's batted away. Wolverines will retain possession. Barnett looking down ice, down the right wall. Couldn't connect with Horkoff. Goes into the offensive zone. Loose puck behind the board. Still loose. And it's going to go all the way back to Jack Ivankovic. Steps out of the net and passes it up ahead. A real opportunity now. Ernest down the right board. Couldn't corral the puck in time. The Spartans will get back on defense. Swung around the boards from Aiden Park. They tried to go back to Park. Couldn't connect. Now Draper behind the net. Feeds it over. Wolverines working. Ernest had a chance. Shoots one in. And still fight in the crease. Wolverines couldn't get there, and now we have another stoppage.
Yeah, I'm wondering what this is going to be. It's kind of hard for me to see what it was.
Puck went into the crowd there.
Oh, did it? Not duh. Yeah, Ernestie's back from an injury. Another player on the Wolverines who was out, and this is his first series back. He played last night, and now it's his second game back. First shift in, he got a penalty.
Yep.
So back and getting rough.
He had an assist against MSU earlier this season, as here come the Spartans on the break. No, taken back. Schock saves the day for the Wolverines. Swung behind the net. Augustine will hold it, pass it up the wall. Can he connect? He does. Temporarily, Lindstrom had it. Valentini was there to help out for the Wolverines. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Another stick loss for Michigan. That time Valentini, he's able to pick it up. But here come the Spartans. O'Connell working his way in, and a real chance that time, as the Spartans had it in the crease. Romani was there, couldn't get a shot off. Here come the Wolverines, and they will clear it out. MSU's puck in the neutral zone. Here come the Spartans, working their way down. That time it was a 1-on-2 and just not enough power for Tomi Manisto.
Yeah, Ivan Kovic doing a good job keeping his eye on that puck, not on his defenseman, not on the play at hand. His eye is glued to that puck because there was a real opportunity there, and he was able to kind of kick it away with his left skate. And so good on him for being able to watch that happen.
Great help from Fantilli there as well on the break.
Exactly.
Making it a little bit easier on the freshman keeper coming back from injury. It'll be Hughes and Shouty facing off in the Wolverines zone. Michigan takes it, and here they come. Barnett down the right wall, feeds it up ahead to Perron. Perron swings it around the boards, trying to connect with Moldenhauer. Can't get there in time, but back to Perron it goes. Taken by the Spartans into the neutral zone. It's a 2-on-2. Working their way up, a hard hit on the glass. It's a loose puck behind Michigan's net. MSU is there, but so are the Wolverines. It's a fight on the glass, and Michigan takes it. Here come the Wolverines. It's TJ Hughes. Feeds it up ahead, trying to connect with Moldenhauer. MSU takes it back along the board. And here come the Spartans on a break. It's a 3-on-3 for the time being. Shouty has it, slings it, and it'll be blocked by Ivan Kovic. Loose puck taken by Moldenhauer after the deflection. Here come the Wolverines, 2-on-3. They don't have the numbers. Will they still proceed? Loose puck, Hughes has it, slings it for his man. Tried to set up Horkoff, couldn't connect. Shifsky takes it back for the Wolverines, but the Spartans will hold on in their zone. Leahy feeds it up to Russell, couldn't connect, and Ivan Kovic will kick it out. Fantilli swings it across the boards, right back to the Spartans at center ice. They will hold as they substitute. Russell has it on the wall. 2 Wolverines on him. It'll be stolen away. No one at the puck, and Stramel's able to take it for the Spartans. They're still fighting, and there's Horkoff coming out of the scrum. Back to Horkoff on the wall. He couldn't get there. Stramel at center ice. Spartans setting up the offense. Ralph rifled one off too high into the glass. Spartans working it around. Ivan Kovic lost his stick momentarily, able to grab it as Michigan will clear the puck. And we will be coming back to Michigan's side.
Yeah, Horkoff is one of those players that started off the season pretty hot and then slowed down a little bit. He averages a point per game roughly, and he has trouble taking advantage of opportunities that get set in front of him, but he does a really good job of taking the opportunity himself. So he's just one of those players that does well setting up other players, but has been struggling a little bit recently with being set up himself.
Had an assist and a goal earlier this season in the series against MSU. Looking to get on the board tonight, get some points for the Wolverines. Spartans have it after the faceoff in their zone, feeding it up ahead. No one there as Michigan will take it back. Robertson has it behind his net. Swings it up ahead on the other side of the board. And the Wolverines take it. Draper fighting for it, lost it. Geary has it for the Spartans, working it up ahead. Fight for the puck on the right wall. Schock has it for the time being. He pushes it up ahead. The Spartans take it back in the neutral zone. MSU trying to make something out of nothing, and it's taken back by Michigan. Pass intercepted by Drew Schock that time. Wolverines swing it up ahead. Behind the net it goes as West will feed it up ahead. We go cross ice that time, and it looks like we will be going back down to the other side after an icing call. Pretty good turnout here at LCA tonight. Seeing a lot of maize and blue, Sydney.
I think what they tried to do was have all of Michigan near Ivan Kovic's side and all of Michigan State near Trey Augustine's side, but there is quite a bit of maize and blue compared to green. But Michigan, are closer to Detroit than Michigan State.
That is very fair. Wolverines working it around in the offensive zone after the faceoff. Barnett has it. Swings it up ahead. Shot off the mark that time for Rion Mullen. Fight on the wall for the puck in the Spartan zone. It's still loose. Wolverines come out of it temporarily, but no one's there to receive the pass. MSU takes it back, pushing it down the left wall. Spartans have it in the offensive zone. Here comes MSU. A shot! A goal! Spartans score! Anthony Romani, the youngster, making his name in the rivalry. And MSU leads 1-0 early. All Romani that time for the Spartans. He took it down and he finished the job, just getting it off the shoulder and just out too strong for Ivan Kovic to get there that time.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there for Ivan Kovic as he was going to save it, and he went out with his right pad, and it kind of just slid past his pad right into the goal. Didn't get too much of an extension there on the pad, and it kind of just went in. Romani, though, what a player. He, coming into the series, ranks 3rd on his team for goals. He had 12, and now it's his 4th goal of the season. Or, I lied.
Yeah, and they're going to say it was Gavin O'Connell with that one. That is my fault.
So it is O'Connell, not Romani. I know, I saw in the Jumbotron 4th goal, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
That is true.
Apologies about that. The goal does go to Gavin O'Connell as MSU leads early. U of M, 5-3 in games where opponents have scored first this season. Last night, the Spartans did strike first. We saw a Michigan response very shortly after. Curious to see how Michigan responds.
Yeah, that was kind of the name of the game last night. It was a call and response, and then, or not even, it got up to 3, but then Michigan kind of came back because they love a good comeback, is what I always like to say.
Face off in the offensive zone for the Wolverines is lost. Spartans trying to work it up ahead, and Drew Schalk will take it back for the Wolverines. Schalk passes it up ahead to Hughes. Hughes tried to connect with Perron. Can't get there, but Perron still holds it on. Intercepted by the Spartans. Hughes takes it right back. Fight for the puck on the wall, and the Spartans take it. Here comes MSU. Rolfe pushing it down the wall. Back behind the net for the Wolverines. Robertson is there. He will hold as the Wolverines change lines. Here comes Robertson, pushing it up ahead. Wolverines trying to get some offense going, but it's intercepted. Russell with a shot, blocked by Ivan Kovic, still loose in the zone, and Horkoff is there to take it for Michigan. Wolverines trying to push it on the break, taken back. Martone has it for MSU. It's a loose puck, and the Spartans have it. It's a 1-on-1, a 2-on-2 now. Fight for the puck, and Shifsky with a check. No whistle, we play on. A shot from the blue line is blocked. Spartans still hold on. Stramel got a piece of it. It's behind the net now. Duke has it, passes it up ahead, and the Wolverines will get it out of the zone. The pass up ahead too strong for Horkoff to handle, and we will be going back to Michigan's zone.
Yeah, I'm surprised there was no whistle there on Shifsky. That was definitely a boarding call that should have been made, but you know, Shifsky, he had a 5-minute major and a game misconduct during the OSU game for completely knocking the OSU goalie Hillebrandt's helmet off and making him go face first into the ice. Something that's a little unnecessary in terms of taking a penalty, but, you know, he's a rough player to play with.
After the face-off, Spartans have it in the neutral zone, swinging around the boards. Ivan Kovic is there to seal it for the Wolverines. He pushes it up ahead. Wolverines trying to get out of the zone. They do, but MSU takes it right back. Leahy, was there for MSU. Couldn't hold on to it. Wolverines take it back, pushing it into the neutral zone. The go-ahead pass for Ernest. Can he get there? It's a foot race. Behind the net they go, fighting for it. Loose, gets some help from Park. Park swings it up ahead. The Wolverines getting the offense going. Barnett thought about firing one off. Swings it back to Park now. Park shoots it in. It'll be deflected onto the glass, and the Spartans will take it back. Still loose now. MSU has it, and they get it out of the zone. Van Soggy passes it over to Riker Lee. Lee trying to hold on for dear life. Taken back by Park. And a shot right at the blue line as we have some more line changes. Spartans trying to push it on the break. It's a 3-on-2. Robertson, some good defense for Michigan. MSU holds on. The Wolverines get back into the zone as a fight for it at center ice. It's still loose, and MSU has it. Only for the time being, Michigan takes it back. McKinney will swing it around the boards. Augustine is there to take it for MSU. Fight on the boards. 2 Wolverines, 2 Spartans. And the Wolverines come out. Spence has it behind the net, looking for a man, swings it. The shot is blocked by Augustine. Wolverines trying to get it back, still in the zone. MSU has it. They clear it out, and now an opportunity for O'Connell. O'Connell swings one, and that one goes flying into the netting above the glass.
Michigan's really trying to spread it out, but, they're unable to have anybody near the net to get those long shots. They're shooting a lot from the blue line or from the point and are just don't have anybody there to get that rebound or to get the tip in, and that's what their problem is. They're also falling behind in the shot count, which that's normal Michigan play. They're more quality over quantity, but with a team like Michigan State who also has quality shots and they're taking more shots than you, that's more opportunities for Michigan State to get a goal, and that's what happened with O'Connell's goal there. It's 12 shots for Michigan State, 4 for Michigan. That's only 1 shot from Michigan since the last time we checked in with the shots. So that's something they really do need to focus a little bit more on, is getting more of those quality shots and just to throw it at the net a little bit more than they are.
As we near the later part of this first period, what do you like from Jack Ivankovic so far? How do you think he's been settling in coming back from injury?
I think he's doing as best as he can. I think that last goal from Michigan State could have probably been stopped a little bit better. He tried his best to fling his right pad out. He was on the left side of the post and tried to use his right leg to stop the puck, but it didn't have enough extension on it for it not to just go into the net. So, one of those things that maybe he's getting back into it, but it's not bad considering where the shots are on the board right now, and he's still saving over a 90% average right now. So it's not bad for your first game back after 7 games gone.
Yep.
Yeah, 3 series and a half. So yeah, not bad.
Yep.
He hasn't even been dressing, so hasn't even put his pads on in that long.
His backup, Stephen Peck, only the second goalie in Michigan history to start his career 6-0. Had a career-high 32 saves against Ohio State.
And he played with my younger brother.
Yeah. Wow.
At Avon Old Farms.
Players back out onto the ice as we're about to get back underway here momentarily. Spartan crowd has started to get loud after that goal from O'Connell. It'll be 13 versus 13 at the face-off on Michigan's side. Shouty versus Hughes. And looks like the Spartans will take it. Russell goes around the net, tried to sling one in. Ivankovic was there that time, as the Spartans tried to go fast and some pushing and shoving behind the net, as the officials will quickly break it up.
I think what I'm seeing different from Michigan this game versus last game is they're definitely being more physical. I'd say they kind of let Michigan State be physical last night, but they're definitely matching their energy tonight, especially early on.
It'll be Hughes and Shouty once again. This time the Wolverines will take it, and they will fling it up and out of the zone all the way across the ice as the Spartans take it back. Back and forth we go here in the 3-1-3. At center ice, Moldenhauer couldn't get there. It will be sent into the offensive zone for the Spartans. No one there, though, and we are going the other way. Ice. Wolverines will sub. Fantilli comes out along with him. Looks like Shifsky's out there. Page. Spence.
It's their first line.
Quick shot that time from Shifsky after the face-off. It'll be deflected by Augustine. At center ice we go, all the way back. And the Wolverines will hold it behind the net, working it on the boards. Michigan into the neutral zone. Shifsky passes it up ahead for Hage. Hage passes it to himself off the wall, and it goes directly to Augustine, who was able to fall on it.
I said it was their first line, but what I'm noticing is Michigan is changing up their lines a little bit because they used to have Hage and Horkoff on the same line, and then they brought out Shifsky and Spence with Hage this time. And I think it's working out for them in terms of spreading out they're all good. They all play D1 hockey, but spreading out some of your best players on different lines to help, set up other players. And I think that's where Perron was able to get that final goal last night.
Face-off sent all the way back across the ice, and we're going to do it again.
Another one. Thank you.
But going back to your point, you talked about Horkoff starting the season so strong. Right now he's first in the Big Ten, third in NCAA in goals with 20. But what do you think's changed in his game the past couple of series? Have you seen any change? You've been covering the team a lot lately.
I mean, he plays a good game of hockey, but I think he's in a little bit of a stump compared to what he normally can play.
Barnett fires one off the ice. The rebound is taken by the Wolverines and stolen away by MSU. At the red line, Park gets a piece of it, swings it across the boards. Augustine is there for MSU. Here come the Spartans in the neutral zone. Working it up ahead is Van Soggy. On the wall, fighting for it. Loose puck taken by the Wolverines. Going back and forth, now MSU has it. Van Soggy tried to get it to Nielsen. Barnett was there for Michigan. Wolverines get it out of the zone and across the ice. And MSU will hold it. Spartans working their way across the ice. Nielsen has it, swings it around the boards, and Ivan Kovic will stop it. Now Schock feeds it up ahead. Valentini gets a piece. McKinney couldn't hold on, and now an opportunity for the Spartans. Shouty, oh, he couldn't get a good shot off, but what a real opportunity for MSU there. As looks like we have a penalty on the ice. We will await the call from the officiating crew. They'll be slashing on McKinney, and that makes a little bit more sense now why Shouty's shot didn't come off so strong.
Yeah, we're going to take a little look here.
I didn't see much from the replay on our angle. I think you got a better look at it.
He definitely slashed him from behind. I don't think enough for it to have affected the shot per se, but he definitely did use a stick and hit him from behind.
A real opportunity there for the Spartans, and it'll be our first power play of the evening.
Yeah, I was about to compliment the Michigan defense, and then all of a sudden there was a whistle for a penalty, and so I was going to say it, but then I didn't because there's a penalty. So obviously the Michigan defense did not really play their best that round.
So as we see this Wolverines penalty kill for the first time tonight, they're a solid penalty kill, but when you look at strengths and weaknesses of the team, and the number one team in the nation, there's not much to criticize. If there's something to look at, it might be the penalty kill. What are some of the strengths and weaknesses of Michigan's PK?
I mean, I love their penalty kill, if I'm being completely honest. They played it a lot in their second game of OSU, and I had the fortune of calling that game. And like I said in my beginning hit, they pretty much played 4-on-5 hockey that entire time. I think their weakness in those penalty kills is that they don't really try to take too many opportunities in that penalty kill, except last night you had Keenan Draper, tie the game up off of a shorty. So I don't think there's much wrong with their penalty kill, if I'm being honest, and that was something that helped them last night against Michigan State, so we'll see. But during their Ohio State series, they couldn't get a shot off of net when they were on the penalty kill at all, and that really hurt them until they were able to get off the penalty kill, and then when they got their first few shots on net, they were goals. So it's definitely something that prevents them from getting those shots, and they're already down they're being doubled in the shot count right now, so if they're wanting to get a goal, they can't really get on the penalty kill.
Well, we have some 5-on-4 hockey for you here for the next 2 minutes. Spartans win the face-off as they possess it in the offensive zone, working it around. Instant feed inside for Stramel in the crease. Couldn't get a good shot off. Spartans will hold on. It's Martone. Swings it up to Stramel. Stramel working. Can't get a good shot off as Fantilli was there. A scrum for the puck at the wall. A stick broke, and the Wolverines are able to clear it out of the zone. That will allow for a line change for the Wolverines. 30 seconds have elapsed. Here come the Spartans. Russell working it into the offensive zone. Now Martone taken back by Michigan, and the Wolverines clear it once again. Augustine has it. Give it over to Basgall as the Spartans work their way back across the ice. Pass over. Russell had a chance. Good defense from the Wolverines. Spartans working it around, looking for a shot. Lee swings it over. Now Martone. Searching, fires, scores! Top right! Porter Martone from deep. And just like that, the Spartans lead 2-0. We talked about Michigan coming out strong early in the first, but it's been all MSU so far, Sydney.
I mean, yeah, like I said, being on the penalty kill doesn't really help you ever. It could do nothing or it could hurt you, and in this instance, it really did hurt the Wolverines. Porter Martone, we kind of talked about it before the game started, just you and me, about, I said there are 3 players on Michigan State that really do help this team out, besides Trey Augustine, obviously. And I said Charlie Stramel, Daniel Russell, and Porter Martone. He is the hothead of the team. He definitely gets up there in penalty minutes, but he is a fantastic player, and that really did just show through on that perfectly placed goal.
Martone's 17th goal of the season, and it's a big one to give the Spartans a 2-goal lead here at the Duel in the D. Wolverines have it in the offensive zone after the failed penalty kill. Spartans take it back. It's a 2-on-2 on the break. As the Wolverines take it back momentarily, MSU will regain possession in the offensive zone. It's a fight for the puck. Spartans lose it temporarily, and now taken back by the Wolverines. Hage has it on the wall, feeds it back, and now the Spartans have it. In the neutral zone, swinging it up ahead. Here come the Spartans, 3-on-3, nothing there. McKinney takes it back for the Wolverines. McKinney going all the way down the board, clears it around. MSU has it. Taken back. Valentini going around the net, looking for a pass, feeds it over. Wolverines working. Duke has it, looking, swings it around the boards, able to keep it inside the blue line with Fantilli, makes 1 man miss, makes 2 miss, tried to pass it into the middle, couldn't get his footing, and the Spartans take it back. Working across is O'Connell. Shouty will fire one off from the blue line, hits the backboards, and the Wolverines take it back. Michigan in need of some offense here with 2:18 to go in the first. They have it in the offensive zone. See what they can do. Fight for the puck on the wall. It's loose. Puck in the air. Spence tries to get there. Loose puck. Valentini has it. Swings it over. And Draper had a chance. Draper still has it on the wall. Now Spence. Spence's pass was deflected off the glass. It's loose. Back to Spence. Behind the net. Feeds it up ahead. A chance for Draper, and he just couldn't get there. Draper falls right in front of Augustine as the Spartans go on a break. A chance, a fight for the puck, a hard hit. Some great defense from Barnett, and the crowd erupts. Spartans take it back. It's a 2-on-3. Wolverines have the numbers as the Spartans shoot. It is saved by Ivan Kovic.
Some great defense there by Michigan, and some good opportunities too. They really do thrive off of the pressure like this. It's not something that if I were a coach, I'd want to see getting down by 2 in order to see my team really step up to the plate, but I've never seen a team that at least I've broadcast or watched really thrive off of this type of pressure. Most teams, when they're down by 2, they kind of fall apart. Michigan says, oh, down by 2, let me give you 4.
Yeah, and Manisto was leading the drive that time. He got absolutely rocked by Barnett. It'll be a face-off. Spartans win it, hold it in the offensive zone. Pass is deflected by Draper. Fight for the puck on the wall. It's loose. Now in the neutral zone they go. Swung back. Wolverines have it. Schock will hold it. Swings it up ahead off the wall. Robertson is there, passing it up ahead. Draper comes out of it, couldn't hold on. Fight for the puck. Shaw couldn't get there. Spartans have it in the offensive zone. Nielsen fighting for it. On his back is Robertson. Fight for the puck at the wall. Wolverines have it for the time being. Cleared out. Perron was there. Another line change. It's behind the net for the Wolverines. Robertson takes a check to the back, and Perron comes out of it for the Wolverines. Here comes Perron, weaving his way through defenders, swings it over to Hughes, a shot blocked by Augustine. Behind the net it goes, it's a loose puck. Hughes is there, swings it over to Fantilli. He sends one, and it's loose in the crease. Oh, Shifsky was there, couldn't get a shot off. Wolverines still possess it. Fantilli shoots one in off the back wall, and the Spartans will take it back. Wolverines can't capitalize. Under 20 seconds to go in the first period. Loose puck behind the net. Ivan Kovic pokes it out. It's still loose. The Spartans have it. Russell looking for a pass. Behind the net, the Spartans have it. Stramel, 8 seconds to go. Can the Spartans get a last-second shot off? It looks like they won't be able to. Loose puck, still loose. Stramel lost his stick, and that will do it. Some shoving and pushing, and now they're really getting into it here at the end of the first period. Multiple fights breaking out, and I don't know how the officials are going to stop this one as the game goes on. Helmets coming off, and that tells the story of this first period of hockey. It has been physical all over the place.
Yeah, Michigan State definitely chirping at Michigan. Not much talking from Michigan, just hands. And Tyler Duke's helmet came off. He's definitely, Porter Martone is Michigan State's hothead. Tyler Duke is Michigan's hothead. And both are players for both teams that are crucial and not ones you want to see in the box.
Both teams make their way to the locker room after this first period of action. It's been all Michigan State so far. What do the Wolverines have to do to get back into this game?
I think we're going to see a different team come out of the locker room. That's just how Michigan plays. But at the same time, Michigan has struggled for a long time with not splitting a series against Michigan State. Out of everybody they've played this season, the last game that they lost was against Michigan State. Other than that, they've been sweeping all the rest of their series, and it's that rivalry feeling. I mean, they played OSU and almost lost to OSU the second game, but Michigan State is just one of those teams, especially at number 2, that they're going to have to really work hard not to split the series.
Yeah, you talk about the parity. These two teams are 5-5 in their last 10 matchups, and when you look at the comparison between Nerado and Nightingale, it's only 9-8, right? So it is very close. There's definitely parity here, and we'll see if the Wolverines can respond. After one, the Spartans lead 2-0. We'll be back with the second period of action live on WCBN after a short break.
Terminology I was watching? I think you should probably say the time a little bit more.
Okay. Can they see the time on that or no? Okay, right.
For football, we have it. Other than that, we don't. We could. It's scoreboard or scoreboard or whatever the app's called. I don't have it.
Yeah. Please let me know if there's any, because obviously you know hockey better than I do.
No, you're killing it on the terminology. You're actually doing really well. Because sometimes they'll be like, oh, he's saying like Michigan State or Michigan a lot, but then you'll bring in the player like after you say that, and I'm like, oh wait, no, it's fine. So you're doing great.
I'm so pissed that I botched the fucking O'Connell goal.
Wait, it's okay.
No, but I swear,
it's okay.
I swear to God, it was that angle, and I swear I saw Mark. Like,
no, it's like honestly my bad for not even like not even watching. Like I didn't see the goal, so I just took it.
I swear I saw 21.
Yeah, I know it's okay. I was like favoring, like I was like, oh, he's like top 3 on his team for goals, and then I was like, and he has 4 goals. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
I was like, what? That's funny. No, it's okay. Like I said, he's like us. I low-key forgot to change the score though, and somebody was like, when you get the chance and score 1-0, I was like, oh shit.
Well, I feel like you changed it pretty soon after, no?
Oh yeah, and I changed it like right when we got to. I low-key just forgot I was doing this. Because normally I don't do it.
And the hockey community sticks out as a tradition of honor, a simple gesture of getting the hockey stick outside our doors to show respect, remembrance, and honor. Tonight, February 7th, 2-7, a nod to number 27, Dan Moore at Michigan State. The Detroit Red Wings of Michigan State University invite you to join us in the hashtag #SticksOutForSturge to honor Dan, his legacy, and the impact he made on this game and this community. We encourage everyone to place a hockey stick outside your front door this evening as a symbol of unity, remembrance, and love. Hockey is family. Please share your photo on social media using the hashtag #SticksOutForSturge.
Welcome back to WCBN, live from Little Cesars Arena. It's been all Michigan State so far, 2-0 headed into the second period. Jake Lancer, Sydney Cyprian here with you in the 3-1-3 as both teams are back out on the ice and we are just about to get back underway. Spartans lead the shot battle 14-7, Sydney.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what is really hurting the Wolverines here is that penalty that caused the goal, and then they've just haven't been getting really good shots off of Trey Augustine, and Trey Augustine is a phenomenal goalie. I have been watching him since I have gone to school here at Michigan, and I love the way that he plays, and he is one of those goalies that you're really going to have to get a good shot past him. You're going to have to catch him not looking because he thrives off of traffic in front of him. He has a good eye on that puck, and so you're really going to have to catch him off guard and get a good shot off of him if you're going to want to win this game. And Michigan has not been able to get anything through, but they've only had 7 shots. Unlike last night, they really did try to keep up that shot battle, I would say, going into the third period, and that's what really helped them come back. And so that's something that they're going to really need to focus on here. You know, throw everything you have at Trey Augustine. Eventually, something is going to have to go past him. You're a good team. You have great forwards. Use them, you know, and that's not what's been happening. Another thing we talked about is Ivan Kovic. This being his first game back, I'm not sure was the smartest idea, especially coming from a knee injury. Shouldn't give him this big of a game.
It'll be 4-on-4 hockey to start the second after the scrum at the end of the first. Martone and Park will be in the box. Here come the Wolverines working into the offensive zone. Perron has it. Now Fantilli trying to get it over to Hughes. Back and forth they go. Now Duke gets a piece of it. Perron holding it. Wolverines setting up the offense. Here we go. Swung across to Duke. Couldn't hold on. Fight for it on the board. It's loose. Hughes tries to get there. The Spartans will take it. Rolfe passes it up ahead, and the Spartans will get it out of the zone. Hughes will come off for the Wolverines. Hage will come on for instead, along with him Horkoff. Spartans get it across the ice. Into the offensive zone, it's loose behind the net. Hage has it for Michigan. Stops on a dime, kicks it back. The Wolverines hold it, getting it into the neutral zone. Here comes Hage, working it down the left side. Got bumped and lost control of the puck. Geary takes it back for the Spartans. Shouty, back to Geary. Geary lost it. Robertson takes it away from Michigan. Here come the Wolverines. 40 seconds remain here. A 4-on-4 hockey as it looks like a Wolverine collided with an official. Went down. He's back up. All good. Spartans have it behind the net. Swung ahead. Sturback passes it up. Blocked by Ivan Kovic. Loose at center ice. 15 seconds remain on the penalties. Moldenhauer fired one off the post. Spartans take it back. Trying to get it out of the zone. Shifsky was there, but he got beat. Loose at center ice. Riker Lee has it for MSU. Lee swings it over. Couldn't connect. Leahy tried to get a shot off. Wolverines have it as both teams are back to full strength. Moldenhauer on the wall, 2 Spartans near him, swings it over. Right back to him, fires, and almost a goal for Aiden Park. He comes off the ice right after that. Hughes back on for, Draper back for the Wolverines. Spartans have it behind the net. Passed up ahead, so the Wolverines continue to substitute. Michigan has it. Pushed up ahead. Ernessy trying to control it in the offensive zone. Kicked out by the Spartans. And we will be going back the other way with the icing call.
Really good opportunity there by Aiden Park, just inches away from probably going into the net. It was one of those in the right bottom corner, and it barely missed the net.
Looks like it'll be McKinney taking the face-off for the Wolverines. Nielsen for the Spartans. MSU wins it, and they will get it out of the zone. Going all the way across. Wolverines get it back. Duke swings it up to McKinney. Gets it into the neutral zone, taken back by the Spartans. Back and forth we go here with just under 17 minutes to go in the second. Loose puck. Wolverines have it in the offensive zone. MSU is going to take it back. Here come the Spartans. O'Connell working his way up and around the net, tried to flick one in, couldn't get it, gets his own rebound, swings it up, kept in the blue line, only momentarily taken back. Basgall tried to fire one off. It's loose around center ice, scrum for the puck, and the Spartans come out with it. O'Connell has it, still loose. Fight at the blue line, and the Wolverines will take it back. McKinney trying to feed it up ahead for Moldenhauer, and he couldn't get there. The Wolverines will change lines, as will the Spartans, as Robertson has it on the backboard for the Wolverines. Loose puck, Spartans take it. Stramel passes it up ahead. Working it around, Romani got a piece of it. Behind the boards, the Spartans go, trying to shoot on Ivan Kovic. The long pass and a score! The feed to Charlie Stramel. And that time, Sydney, it was just too easy. The first-round pick to Minnesota shows why. And the Wolverines are down 3-0 early.
Yeah, that's what, I mean, Charlie Stramel is a great player. I'm not trying to discount his goal whatsoever, but you said it best. That was too easy. Ivan Kovic was pretty much almost all the way out of the crease. He was standing there by his back door just waiting for a pass to him. And, you know, Michigan State did a really good job seeing that he was there in that back door, passed it to him, and he had an open door to just shoot that in. He could have tapped it in if he wanted to.
A little bit of a hangover after the overtime thriller last night, maybe. The Spartans surely came out to play, but I don't know if I can say the same for the Wolverines so far. Back into the offensive zone for MSU. So they try and keep putting the pressure on the Wolverines. Sturback has it, swings it across the ice. MSU continue to work it. Geary on the backboard, passes it over. Fight for the puck behind the net. Martone trying to get it for the Spartans. Stramel will end up taking it. Now Sturback. Back to Stramel. Spartans working it around. And the Wolverines will get it out of the zone as they look for a response. Just about 5 minutes have passed here in the second as MSU has built on to its lead. Sturback fighting for it, loses it. Loose puck at center ice. Draper trying to get there for the Wolverines. And now we will get chippy here. It is Draper and Martone. They'll get separated, and we will see what the call is from the officials.
Yeah, Draper talking to the rest here. It looked like Draper's stick was kind of caught in between Martone's, and Martone, like I said, he's a little bit of a hothead, was not happy about that, tried to shove down the stick. Draper kind of just stood there and let him do it. I'm not really sure what to say about that, and he just kind of flung his stick down. I don't think they're really going to call anything on that because nothing really happened.
The officials talk it over. No call. That'll be Stramel's 18th goal of the season. Had a hat trick in their last series against Penn State. They'll be in the offensive zone for the Wolverines. Nielsen and Draper. MSU wins the face-off. Passed up ahead. Swung out by Barnhill. Wolverines will take it back. Loose pass taken away by MSU. Right back to the Wolverines it goes. Swung up ahead by Ryan Mullen. And they're going to say no one touched it. It'll be icing.
I think Michigan is being a little bit sloppy when it comes to their passes. They're usually a pretty clean, slow team, and it seems like they're getting a little bit frazzled right now. Their passes are kind of just going wild, and that's where MSU is able to come in and intercept those passes and make good shots off of Ivan Kovic.
Shouty versus Draper. Loose puck after the face-off, and it looks like the Spartans have it. Manisto fighting on the wall with Draper. Barnett getting in there for the Wolverines. It'll end up going to Ernest. Flicks it out of the zone. The Wolverines will clear it. Loose puck. Park can't get there. The Spartans will take it back behind their own net. Feeding it up ahead. Basgall passes it up. Manisto feeds it over. Another goal for the Spartans. Shouty gets in on the action. And it's turning into a nightmare here in Detroit for the Wolverines as they are just piling it on. You can tell that MSU took that overtime heartbreaker personally after last night, and they have come out swinging. 4-0. less than halfway through this second period.
Yeah, this goal pretty similar to the last one. Backdoor wide open, and Ivan Kovic pretty much almost completely out of the crease again. I mean, Stephen Peck didn't really get out of the net as much as I would say Ivan Kovic has, but again, this is where if I was, Brandon Naurado, I would look and be like, okay, maybe I should consider pulling Ivan Kovic. It's his first game back, and I gave him the game where they're playing against the number 2 team in the nation. Stephen Peck did phenomenally last night, and obviously Michigan State struggled a little bit to hold their own against him towards the end. Maybe this is where I consider, okay, maybe I put Stephen Peck back in. Nothing to do with Ivan Kovic, but maybe he needs to slowly get in, because obviously I'm not even sure if he even had a full practice before coming back into the game.
Chowdy scored a goal last year in the duel in the D. He makes it back-to-back, as the Spartans will try to go back-to-back-to-back. Their third straight duel in the D victory if they keep it up here tonight. Wolverines win the face-off, and coming out swinging here, Moldenhauer has it, fighting for it, loose puck. Geary hits the deck. Moldenhauer swings it around the boards, couldn't connect that time with Hughes. Loose puck, fight for it. Robertson passes it up ahead. Hughes swings it over. Moldenhauer can't get there. Loose puck, and the Wolverines had a chance but couldn't capitalize. Stramel will clear it out of the zone. He'll go behind the net, and looks like there was an icing call. We'll be going back the other way into the offensive zone for the Wolverines.
Yeah, a little bit uncharacteristic for the Wolverines to have no goals by this point in the game, and we kind of said it earlier. They were 5-5 before coming into the series. The Wolverines haven't faced a loss in a while.
Riding a 7-game win streak coming into this one tonight. The Spartans were riding a 6-game streak of their own until last night it was snapped at Yost. Wolverines working around in the offensive zone. Trying to get on the scoreboard here in Detroit. Duke has it behind the net, looking for a feed. Swings it out to Fantilli. Loose puck. Russell pats it down, and it'll be whistled by the officials.
Looks like a high stick.
Will allow for both teams to change lines. Here comes the call from the officials. Oh, no. No call.
I mean, he went to the center of the ice
yeah,
and put
I'm
his
with
hand
you.
in the
It looked
air.
like he was about to call something. Instead, we play on.
And he made the high stick signal, too.
He did. Looks like he changed his mind. Be a face-off in the neutral zone, and the Spartans will take it. On the break, Romani tried to fire one off, blocked by Rion Mullen. Wolverines hitting the deck. Muscat couldn't get there. Loose behind the net. Valentini has it for the Wolverines on the break. They don't have numbers. Valentini got tripped up and lost it. Gets it back, feeds it up ahead. No Wolverines there to receive the pass. Loose puck around the net. Ivan Kovic will hold it. Now to Barnett. Lost it. Loose. O'Connell feeds it up to Lindstrom. Spartans trying to set up the offense. Barnhill. Now on the back wall, it's lost. Valentini takes it for the Wolverines. Can they get it out of the zone? McKinney will do so. Crosses the blue line. It's a 3-on-2 for the Wolverines. Rion Mullen fires! Off the mark that time as there's a Wolverine down. It looks to be Valentini as he took a hard hit on the fast break opportunity. And he is still down. Looks to have, hopefully it's just the wind knocked out of him, Sydney, as he's getting back up now.
Yeah, he looks to be okay in terms of getting up and probably playing again.
It'll be a holding on Anthony Romani.
Yeah, I'm interested to see this replay if they have one, because I was not watching Valentini when this happened.
Yeah, it was on the other side of the ice from the action.
Oh, ouch. Rayon Mullen got hit in the face with the puck.
All right, 2 minutes. Wolverines on the power play. Second most power play goals in the nation. We'll see if they can capitalize here. They did so last night in overtime. Game-winning goal. They currently trail 4-0. 12 minutes to go here in the second period. As it's cleared out by the Spartans. Manisto tried to chase it down for a shorty opportunity. Ivan Kovic was there. Wolverines will regroup. 30 seconds off the clock. Here comes Michigan. Perron passes it back to Hughes. Wolverines setting it up. Valentini's pass deflected. Falls and hits the deck. It's loose. Spartans in the offensive zone taken back. Hage has it for the Wolverines. 1:10 on the clock now of the power play. Perron feeds it across, intercepted. Geary has it for the Spartans, fighting his way off Hage. He has a chance, feeds it. Oh, it was a 2 and no one there for the Wolverines. The shot off the mark for Russell, and a dangerous chance there for a shorty from the Spartans. Under a minute left on the power play now. Wolverines will substitute some bodies. Hughes passes it to Hage, swinging it around the boards. Robertson trying to get there. Hughes is there as well. Back around the boards we go. Hage fighting for it. Horkoff had a piece of it. Cleared out by Barnhill. Spartans penalty kill showing off against one of the best power plays in the nation. Under 30 seconds now for the Wolverines. Rhian Mullen sends it backwards. Moldenhauer speeding his way through defenders. Swings it over to Park. Around the net it goes. 15 seconds remain on the power play now. Park has it. Makes his move on the left side. Looking for a pass. Swings it back. Moldenhauer. Now Rhian Mullen. Swings it over. Robertson shoots off the mark. 3 seconds left on the clock. As the Spartans get a round of applause from the crowd here at LCA. Successful penalty kill. As Romani is back on the ice. Halfway through this second period, Spartans lead 4-0. They clear it out of the zone. Spartans in the offensive area, looking for something, taken back by the Wolverines. Duke feeds it up ahead, took a hard hit. Perron, now Spence, pass is intercepted. Van Soggy had it, taken back by the Wolverines. 3-on-3, nothing there, the shot was deflected. Spartans take it back. Feed up ahead from Jarecki, swings it around the boards. Ivan Kovic will corral it for the Wolverines. Now here comes Michigan. 3-on-4, they don't have the numbers. Ernessy working it down the left side, lost it, goes around the boards. Robertson has it. Michigan working it around. Behind the net, a shot, saved. Shifsky tries to get there, and now tempers flare. Ernessy shoving, gets tackled to the ground, swung down by two Spartans. Now Duke takes a man down. It's been physical all night. You have to imagine the Wolverines are upset, trailing 4-0. Rivalry game, and it is showing.
Yeah, I think I understand a lot of times when, the opponent gets close to the goalie, that's when you start, pushing him away. But in this instance, Ernessy was just trying to get that extra shot on net. The whistle hadn't been blown yet, so it's fair game. And that's when Patrick Geary just kind of slammed him down on the ice. Obviously, Tyler Duke had to get in on that action.
Oh, yeah.
And so it just kind of became a frenzy in the front of the net. I expect a penalty for Michigan State here.
Well, I'll tell you, Ernessy absolutely got body slammed there.
Did.
That one had to hurt.
I mean, he just kind of laid on the ice, too. He didn't even fight back.
It was
just
a 2-on-1
ow.
also, yeah. Well, they're going to send players from both sides to the box. It'll be Martone and Ernessy.
Okay. Okay.
So it looks like we'll be having some 4-on-4 hockey for the next 2 minutes. As they clean up the ice. The officials talking to the players.
I will say there's been several passes and things being intercepted by Michigan State from Michigan. It's kind of uncharacteristic from what I've watched, at least. Horkoff, my three H's, that's what I like to call them, my three H's. Horkoff, Hage, and Hughes have kind of been a little quiet this game, I would say. There's not much action coming from any of them, at least substantial enough, and that power play was kind of sad to watch. It was a little bit of a disappointing power play for the Wolverines. They, didn't have really any substantial time in the offensive zone. Most of it was either being thrown back at Ivan Kovic or just in the middle of the ice. Nothing was really in the offensive zone.
Yeah, it's very reminiscent of last year's duel in the D where the Spartans won 6-1. Right now they're up 4-0. But when you look at the shots, Michigan only had 18 shots on goal last season. It was a season low. We're about halfway through this one, and they only have 8 shots right now.
Yeah, I mean, you make, what's the saying? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And so that's what's happening right now. They're really not getting any shots on net. You just had a power play where you had one extra guy on ice and you didn't even get a shot off net. Doesn't make any sense to me, to be honest, especially if you're the best power play, one of the best power plays in the nation.
Duke has joined Ernest in the box. We will see what the official call is, but only one Spartan, 2 Wolverines sitting down.
I mean, Martone and Duke make sense to be in there. Martone was completely in on that fight, and Tyler Duke came in without any reason or rhyme. Josh Ernest kind of just got slammed on the ice. I'm not really sure why he's in there. He didn't really fight back.
It'll be a 5-on-4 favoring the Spartans. Basgall passes it up head to Lee. Right back to Basgall inside the blue line. Swings one off. Loose in the crease. A chance. Ivan Kovic is on the ground. Still loose. Gets back to his feet. Scrum for the puck on the wall. Robertson feeding it up ahead. Loose puck. Basgall has it at the blue line for the Spartans. Working it around. MSU trying to get a shot off. Draper got tripped. And that one will get called.
Yeah, pretty textbook strip there by, I believe it was Romani. And that's not going to help the Spartans whatsoever. You're up a man right now, and you just...
Romani's frequented the box.
Yeah,
he's going right back. All right. 30 minutes into the power play for the Spartans. Romani will get called for tripping. And we'll be playing 4-on-4 hockey for the next minute 30. And then the Wolverines will have a short 30-second power play.
Yeah, I mean, Romani coming into this series only had 2 penalties in 4 minutes, and he has been probably one of the loudest mouths on the ice so far.
And he's a freshman.
Yeah.
First duel in the D, I guess he's excited.
I know. He's on NHL ice. He's like, I might as well.
Wolverines win the face-off in the offensive zone, working it around, trying to go fast. Hughes tried to fire one off, couldn't get it. Perron holds it for the Wolverines, lost it. Good defense from the Spartans. In the neutral zone, MSU has it, working its way into the offensive zone now. Manisto, 2 Wolverines on him, looking for something, swings it out. Kept in the zone by Basgall, swings it over. Jarecki feeds it up. Manisto fell down, gets back up, loose puck on the boards. Shouty is there, but taken away by Hughes. Here come the Wolverines on the break. They'll slow it down. Hughes sends it back. At the logo, the Wolverines have it. Perron working his way, looking for a pass. Tight defense from Basgall. Swings it over to Rion Mullen. 8:07 in. Rion Mullen gets trucked by Shouty. Shouty's going to help him up. Loose puck goes behind the net. Both teams will sub as we have 30 seconds left of 4-on-4 hockey. Spartans taking their time and risky there. Owen West had it right in front of his goal. It was tipped, but it'll be frozen by Augustine.
Yeah, still 8 shots for Michigan so far.
20 seconds remain before the Wolverines will get a very short power play. Looked like it was more Michigan fans in the crowd, but it's fair to say the Spartans have been loud so far tonight.
Yeah, they definitely turned up the volume with this 4-0 game so far.
7:47 remains in the second. Spartans win the faceoff, but it's taken back by Moldenhauer. Moldenhauer behind the MSU net, tried to pass it out, couldn't get there, shoots one off deflected. Good defense from the Spartans. Still in the zone for the Wolverines. Spence hits the deck. Loose puck, and the Spartans have it. Stramel feeds it off the wall. Robertson takes it back for the Wolverines. Now it's the power play opportunity. Wolverines back at full strength. Here we go. Spartans holding it in their zone, clearing it out. Ivan Kovic holds it for the Wolverines. 15 seconds to go. Got to speed it up if you're Michigan. Duke weaving his way through defenders into the offensive zone all the way by himself, tried to fire it off, didn't get a good shot, lost it, still loose. Valentini has it, 3 seconds. Robertson, will he decide to fire one off? He swings it to Duke. Duke can't get a good shot off, and the Spartans will survive once again. 6:50 left in the second. Wolverines have it in the neutral zone, fed up ahead. Page trying to connect with Horkoff. Horkoff sends a shot at Ralph, and Ralph's helmet came off. Stop play momentarily after the hard hit.
Yeah, I'm wondering how that happened. I mean, we had, I think, 3 Wolverines lose a helmet last night, including Stephen Peck. At some point, I was like, is their helmets just not clipped on? I'm confused. So,
if you could give one word to describe the rivalry, I'd say it's physicality. I don't know about you.
Oh, 100%. And Michigan State, we kind of talked about it really early, right before the game started. Their styles are completely different, and they both worked for both teams. Michigan State is that chaotic. They like to play really fast. They like to play really aggressive, and it works out for them. But Michigan likes to play slow. They like to play a clean game, pass it around a little bit before shooting, and that's not working out for them right now. Michigan State is fully taking advantage of that. They're coming in and they're disrupting that calm, that peace that Michigan likes to play with. And Michigan really just needs to shift on that. They need to add a little bit more aggression to their play and get more shots on net. I mean, it's still 8 shots for Michigan. Michigan State more than doubling the shots on Michigan right now.
Yeah, it feels like no matter the sport in this rivalry, there's always a difference in identities at hand.
Yes.
Whether it's football, where you have the smash mouth physicality of Michigan's run game versus MSU's defensive grit, or even basketball just a couple of weeks ago where Michigan fast paced, putting up a lot of threes, MSU all defensive oriented. No matter the sport, there's always this clash and collide of cultures.
Yeah.
Both teams are back out on the ice. 6:38 to go. Spartans lead the shot count 19-8. Ralph back out there for the Spartans after his helmet popped off. It'll be Hughes and Nielsen in the offensive zone for the Wolverines. MSU wins the face-off. Spartans get it out of the zone. Rion Mullen is going to chase it down, but it hits the back wall before. It'll be icing, and we'll be going right back to where we started.
The Olympics are ongoing right now, and in terms of the Big Ten, Michigan has 4 Olympians, and I believe Minnesota has the other 2. Michigan's Kyle Connor, Dylan Larkin, Zach Wernerski, I definitely butchered that, and Quinn Hughes.
Talk more about the Olympics at the next break as the Spartans work it into the offensive zone. Nielsen has it behind the net. 2 Wolverines there to help out. Fight for it. Riker Lee swings it over. Back to Nielsen. Nielsen getting checked into the wall by Ernest. Fight for the puck. And Barnett will clear it out for the Wolverines. Rolfe is going to chase it down. On his tail is Hughes. Rolfe will clear it out, but it's taken away by Perron in the neutral zone. Right back to the Spartans it goes as the crowd erupts. Rolfe has it, fighting for it. Wolverines trying to take it back. They can't. Basgall passes it up to Riker Lee. It's too strong. He can't hold on. Rion Mullen takes it back for the Wolverines off the board. Tried to get it to Hughes. Taken back by MSU. And play will be stopped as...
Looks like they're offsides.
All right.
Yeah, that's something that hasn't happened too much in this game so far. Michigan is a team that normally gets those offsides, and they've been pretty vigilant about it this game. There was one where I think it was Hayes who was almost offsides, but realized he was offsides and turned around and was able to go back.
Spartans win the face-off. They control it. Geary keeps it inside the blue line. Spartans working it around. Lindstrom fired one off, and it'll go straight into the chest of Ivan Kovic. talking about that Olympic presence for both of these squads, it's only 2 of the 4 Big Ten teams ranked in the latest polls. Penn State 6, Wisconsin 13. There's so much talent in this conference, and it shows at the Olympic level as well, Sydney.
Oh, 100%.
Spartans working into the offensive zone after the face-off. Behind the net it goes. Duke takes it back for the Wolverines. Trying to feed it up ahead across the logo. Can't connect. Spartans have it for the time being. It's loose. Romani passes it up ahead. O'Connell has it for the Spartans in the offensive zone. Fantilli on him tight. At the wall behind the net, they fight for it. It's loose and the Spartans have it. Michigan State working it around. A shot opportunity for Barnhill. Taken away. It's loose. Another shot blocked. Wolverines take it away after surviving the array of shots from the Spartans. 21-8 now the shot count. Spartans hold it behind their net. Both teams will change lines. West passes it up ahead. It'll go all the way around, and the officials will say it was touched, no icing. Behind the net, Moldenhauer takes it, swings it over around the boards to Horkoff. Horkoff feeds it up ahead for Moldenhauer, couldn't connect. Horkoff intercepts the pass from the Spartans, but right back to MSU it goes. Down the wall, trying to connect with Shouty, they can't. Jarecki is there for MSU. It's a loose puck in the offensive zone, taken away by Hage. Wolverines defense starting to tighten up here late in the second period, under 5 minutes to play. Manisto on the boards, behind the net, swung out. Basgall keeps it inside the blue line. Spartans working it around, hits the back of the net. Martone has it, loses it. Now Stramel, under 4 minutes to play now. Spartans keeping it in the offensive zone for a lengthy period of time as they continue to work it around and set up a shot. Russell swings it over, too strong. Now Rolfe at the blue line, crosses it across the ice. Basgall feeds it. Spartans going give and go, and that almost went in. Ivan Kovic will make the save, get some help on a deflection. Still in the offensive zone for MSU. 30 more seconds have elapsed. A stick is on the ice. Basgall fires one off, hits the glass. Rolfe now back to Basgall at the blue line. It's a Wolverine without his stick as another shot fires off into the glass. Stramel, now Russell swings it. A real chance. Oh! Stramel runs over Ivan Kovic. It's a loose puck, and Ivan Kovic has to get back. The Spartans are still going. Stramel, loose puck. What a sequence. Basgall fires one off. Can't get it. Fight for the puck at the wall. They're all tangled up. Moldenhauer gets it out, and the Wolverines finally clear it out of the zone after what felt like an eternity. Stramel swings it around the wall. Spence will take it, and it's loose in the neutral zone. Spartans working it around, stolen by the Wolverines. Malcolm Spence has it, feeds it up to Valentini, who gets checked into the wall. What a hit! Spartans have it. Riker Lee, one-on-one, going towards Ivan Kovic. Only one defender to beat, slows down, gets it to Nielsen, who wraps around the net. Couldn't get it to go. Far shot from the blue line from the Spartans, off the mark. Sturback will swing it over. Spartans continuing to work it around. Wrapping around the net they go. Tight defense from the Wolverines. 2 minutes to go in the second period. Sturback fires into the wall. Loose. Spence gets checked. Loose puck still in the offensive zone. And the Wolverines finally get it out. It's Valentini once again doing it. Finally, both of these teams can change lines after, can imagine, these guys are gassed. It'll be icing and we'll finally be going the other way. What a sequence of pressure from the Spartans, Sydney.
I mean, what a shift there. I mean, yes, sequence of pressure from the Spartans, but they didn't get anything in that net.
You're right.
Ivan Kovic on his back, no stick, just rolling around. Drew Schock completely barreled into the net, able to save a shot. Crazy series, crazy shift there by, great defense, Ivan Kovic and Drew Schock there.
Spartans will win the face-off. Taken back by the Wolverines. Fantilli gets slammed into the wall. It's loose in the offensive zone for the Wolverines. Behind the legs pass that time. Duke fires from the top. It'll be blocked. Spartans take it back. Van Soggy into the offensive zone, will swing it around the boards. No Spartans are there to take it. Duke has it for the Wolverines. Reaching 1 minute left in the second period as Duke brings it into the offensive zone. Looking to cross it over. He does. The shot. Earnestly off the mark. The tip-in is good. The Wolverines finally get on the board. It's Jaden Perron. And just like that, Michigan is on the board with just 1:04 left in the second period. It's the hero from last night, Sydney, Jaden Perron.
I mean, that's the type of energy they need if they want to win this game. I mean, what a clutch player. Perron right there. He was in the right spot, able to get a backhanded shot into Trey Augustine's back door and just was in the perfect spot, and instead of settling the puck and trying to get, a good shot on net, he was like, I'm just going to fling it with the back of my stick and see if I can get it in. I mean, great timing, too, because Trey Augustine was almost there to stop that back door.
It's been a high-scoring game, but it really feels like the intensity of this game has picked up in the last 5 minutes. Rhian Mullen holds it behind the Wolverines' net. Under a minute left to play in the second period. Michigan State 4, Michigan 1. Into the offensive zone, cleared right back out by the Spartans, and it'll roll all the way to Ivan Kovic, who lets it go pass. It'll be icing. We'll be going the other way.
I mean, before that goal, it almost seemed like Michigan was on a penalty kill. So much time spent in the Michigan zone, and then they get a break, come to the Spartan zone, and we're able to just fling something at the net, and that's what they need to do. They are losing this shot battle, but once they're able to kind of throw anything they can, catch Trey Augustine off guard, that's where they're going to get those shots and those goals.
Face off in the offensive zone. The Spartans will win it, taken back by Michigan. Horkoff fighting for it on the wall. Shouty has it for the Spartans. Swings it across the wall. Basgall taken back by Duke. Duke swings it. Hage shoots. Blocked by Augustine, and he will ice it. Have another face-off in the offensive zone for the Wolverines. 26 seconds left to play.
I mean, this is where hockey gets interesting.
Here we go. Stramel versus Hughes, the matchup that you all want to see at the face-off. Stramel, second most face-off wins in the NCAA, as it's a fight for the puck. Horkoff hit the deck. Hughes will help him out and take it for the Wolverines. Under 20 seconds left to play. Fight for the puck on the wall. Hage is there. Horkoff comes in with a check. Wolverines trying to keep it in the zone. The Spartans are able to get it out. It's a 3-on-1. Dangerous territory. Here come the Spartans. The shot. Oh, what a save with his foot. Ivan Kovic somehow is able to stop it. A Spartan, it's Charlie Stramel, gets thrown to the floor by Duke, as it's still getting chippy with just 2 seconds left to play in the second period.
Yeah, Ivan Kovic completely lays out on his belly and just blocks that pull as the shot comes in from the side.
Wow.
I mean, he stopped it with his second leg. His first leg came, and the puck kind of made it through the first leg, and he was able to bring his second leg around and stop that puck from coming in front into the crease. And Charlie Stramel, after the whistle, decided to keep going at it, and that's where, again, like I said earlier, that's where you're going to see your defenders come and defend their goalie.
Well, all right, 2.3 seconds on the clock. Face-off won by the Wolverines. They will hold it, and that will mark the end of the second period. Michigan State 4, Michigan 1. But keep in mind, the Wolverines' shot count has dramatically increased, up to 17 now. Spartans still hold a decisive advantage, 25-7 in the shot count, but the Michigan offense starting to finally show some life at the end of the second period, Sydney.
Yeah, I mean, that's what happened last night. They were down by 2. They weren't necessarily down by 4, but they were down by 2, and then were able to score 4 straight goals and hold Michigan State. And so I think Michigan State needs to go into the locker room and think this game is not over. Michigan thrives off of this comeback culture, and they really need to come out and, keep playing the hockey they've been playing all game. Don't just relax now that you're up by 3, because that's what happened last night. They were up by 2. They kind of relaxed a little bit, and Michigan then was able to play their style of hockey.
Can the nation's #1 offense come back? That'll be the question when we get back to you for the third period here on WCBN.
breakthroughs that change lives, and research into solutions that save you. We are here, creating jobs, driving innovation, proving what's possible with purpose, passion, and creativity. We are here, serving our communities, working today for a stronger tomorrow for all. We are here.
We welcome you back into LCA, third and final period of action here on WCBN. And it was a jam-packed second period. Goals from Stramel and Shouty gave the Spartans a 4-0 lead. And then Perron put one on for the Wolverines. They currently trail by 3. Sydney, if Michigan wants to come back into this game, what do they have to do? And, I mean, we already know they're going to have to do it fast. Only one period left to play. But what are the keys to this last period for Michigan?
Yeah, I think, honestly, Michigan started to step it up a little bit with that last goal. I could see in their defense that they started to play a little bit more with the defense. We were kind of talking about it earlier, but Ivan Kovic has kind of warmed up a little bit. And those 2 backdoor goals, yes, I was saying Ivan Kovic shouldn't have been outside of the crease. He should have started making his way back into the net. But also with a backdoor goal, that's where your defense needs to be. And so Michigan really has their defense starting to step up, especially with that last goal and that flurry in front of the net with Ivan Kovic. Michigan State has played a great game of hockey. They need to continue playing that great game of hockey and not relax what they're doing right now because it's working so well. But if they start relaxing, they're letting Michigan play that slow hockey, and that's where Michigan thrives. So continue the chaos, and Michigan has no chance. Michigan, that's when they need to start using that energy to keep throwing everything they have at the net.
So many great moments in this rivalry. We'll see if a Wolverine comeback can become another one of them. Opening face-off won by the Spartans. Goes around the boards all the way to Ivan Kovic, now Fantilli. Wolverines trying to get it out of the zone. Hughes pushes it up ahead to Duke. Here come the Wolverines into the offensive zone. Around the boards it goes. Perron feeds it over to Hughes. A good opportunity, but Hughes couldn't connect. Spartans take it back, clear it out of the zone. It'll skip over to Ivan Kovic, where it'll be frozen. Early line change from both of these squads.
Yeah, pretty early. It's only been 30. I mean, I guess shifts normally last around 30 seconds, but they really haven't done much crazy stuff.
Just getting some cardio.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Face-off won by the Wolverines as they try and get it out of the zone. Robertson does such. Moldenhauer now working his way through defenders. Taken away. Sturback was there. Wolverines still have it in the zone, trying to get back possession. Spartans have it on the wall. It's a fight for it. Hage got a piece of it, but it's taken back by Geary. Horkoff hit the deck in the scrum. Now here come the Spartans. It's a 3-on-2. Van Soggy, tight defense from Schock. Loose puck on the walls behind the net. Moldenhauer got a piece, and Robertson will help him out. No Wolverines there to receive the pass, though. Nielsen has it for the Spartans. In the offensive zone, Michigan State works. Van Soggy has it, fighting off defenders, swings it over to West. A shot from the top of the blue line. It'll be blocked. West fired one off. Van Soggy gets the rebound, and that one goes up into the netting. Another line change here for both of these squads after a bit of a more action-packed 30 seconds.
Yeah. It's good it's good for Michigan that they were able to get that last goal before the third period because they haven't come back from a 4-goal lead since 1985. Wow. So they're only 3 goals behind now. If they came into the third period with 4 goals behind, I mean, they haven't been able to get, that type of lead in a while. But this is number 1 team in the nation. It could happen.
Stats you'll only find here on WCBN. Face-off won by the Spartans. They keep it in the offensive zone, and another shot will go up into the netting. Time of possession was such a thing in that second period. It just felt like the Wolverines were getting berated with shots left and right. They were able to come out of the period with a goal, but still a -1 differential. How do you change up the time of possession in this period?
Yeah, I mean, it's so hard because Michigan is a team that allows their opponents to hold the puck as much as they can because they're so comfortable being able to get those shots. But you're playing the number 2 team in the nation. You can't just let them have the puck when they want.
In the offensive zone for the Spartans, trying to regain possession. Barnett has it for Michigan. Draper tried to get there. Park hit the deck, lost his stick. He went flying. A quick shot will be frozen by Ivan Kovic as Romani tried to fire one off the right side. Third face-off here, and less than 2 minutes into the third and final period from LCA.
It's interesting. They have both bands in here tonight, so they've kind of just let them go back and forth.
Feels more like a football game almost
does.
with it back and forth. Spartans working it around. Fantilli gets a piece of it for the Wolverines, gets it up to Valentini and cleared out of the zone by McKinney. Here come the Wolverines on the break. Around the boards they go, trying to get it to Shifsky, and it'll be frozen by Augustine. McKinney, some pushing and shoving, quickly broken up by the officials as he was getting into it with West. And we'll have our first face-off on the opposite side of the ice in this period, as the Wolverines are finally able to clear it out of the zone, and another line switch.
You know, speaking of West, I feel like both teams kind of have an underdog defenseman, and I would say West is definitely that for Michigan State, and Ben Robinson is probably that for Michigan. Guys they don't normally talk about in the stats or just in general, but guys that really do help the team.
West had a goal last night for the Spartans. You know his first career goal was all the way from the blue line? It's pretty crazy.
I watched it.
Oh, yeah. Wolverines have it in the offensive zone. Hughes tried to rifle one off. It'll be blocked. Back into the neutral zone we go. Wolverines working it around, and a shot from all the way at the blue line goes right into the mitt of Augustine.
Yeah, Augustine loves those long and through traffic shots, so Michigan's really going to have to get a little bit better of a shot on Trey Augustine especially, but at least they're shooting, you know?
Yeah. Another face-off on same side of the ice. Hughes and Shouty going at it. Spartans will win the face-off, trying to clear it out. They do. Goes all the way across, off the wall, and we'll be going right back down the other way. Icing it is.
Another icing.
Stop and start type of period to get things going here under 3 minutes in.
Yeah, it's really hard to judge who's kind of controlling this period when they haven't really played a collective more than 30 seconds at a time.
Page versus Stramel. Stramel will win it, as he normally does for the Spartans. Number 2 in NCAA in face-off wins. Barnett swings it around the boards. Moldenhauer was there but tripped, or slipped, I guess you could say. Behind the net, Spartans have it. The feed for Russell, tried to fire one off the left post. It's blocked by Ivan Kovic. MSU retains possession. Wolverine lost his stick. Loose puck. Rion Mullen had lost his stick. He gets it back. Horkoff, loose puck, trying to get it. Gets it back, and the Wolverines get it out of the zone. It's a 3-on-2 for Michigan. Can they capitalize? No. Cross ice pass is intercepted. Spartans taking it the other way. Stramel had a piece of it, lost it. Russell was leading the attack that time. And now on the other end, a chance. Spence cuts it back. It's a 1-on-3. They don't have the numbers on the substitution. An unfortunate situation there for the Wolverines as they had it on the attack, just didn't have the numbers. Here come the Wolverines once again. Park tries to pass it up for Spence. Can't get there. Oh! A shot from Draper straight into the chest of Augustine, back from the blue line. You talk about getting quality shots. It feels like the Wolverines are just trying to fire to fire right now.
Yeah, I mean, like I said earlier, Trey Augustine
you said it.
Gets those shots, and you can't really throw what he likes right at him. But, you know, again, at least they're shooting. At least they're holding somewhat possession in the offensive zone. It's showing that they're still in the game, and this is going to be a great game to watch.
Another line change here. 16:31 to go in the third. There'll be Hughes versus Nielsen. Wolverines win the faceoff. Schock swings it over. Michigan trying to up the tempo. Pass is taken away by the Spartans, and now here comes MSU. It's a 2-on-2, now a 2-on-3. Spartans don't have the numbers. We'll see what they can do. Van Saji tried to get there, got held up behind the net. Wolverines take it back and get it out of the zone. Hughes got a piece of it. Wolverines get a deflection. Schock with a chance, and it'll be whistled dead as Schock was going right down Broadway, but it looks like he might have been offsides. Perone got shoved in the back there by Geary after the play was whistled dead. They have to be separated.
That was a little bit of a delayed whistle.
Yeah,
I almost kind of didn't think it was offsides because of how long, you know, the Wolverines had possession of the puck in the offensive zone.
Yeah.
Normally that is whistled right as soon as they cross the blue line, and it wasn't.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. It looked like it was right down Broadway, a real opportunity for a goal, and then all of a sudden the whistle comes in.
Right down Broadway.
Valentini will swing it around the boards. Barnett is there to get it back for the Wolverines. Now Shifsky behind the net. Tried to pass it over to Valentini. McKinney will pick it up for the Wolverines. Barnett at the blue line, swings it across. Rion Mullen fires one in, off the board. Shifsky gets the rebound, working it around. Valentini's there to help him, shoves a Spartan to the ground. It was Lindstrom. Lindstrom back on his feet with the puck. Passes it over to O'Connell. Intercepted by the Wolverines in the neutral zone. Fight for the puck at center ice. Cleared across, and the Wolverines have it in defensive territory. Rion Mullen feeds it up into the neutral zone. McKinney has it, working his way in for the Wolverines. Shifsky to his right, he passes it up to him. Loose puck on the walls. Wolverines fighting for it. Still loose. And Michigan State comes out victorious. Shouty pushes it up ahead. Romani clears it out. Both sides will change lines. Just 5 minutes through this third period. It's the Wolverines on the break. Moldenhauer, now Hage swings it over. A shot, that's in! Tipped in, and we'll have to see, was it Moldenhauer or was it Fantilli? Fantilli shot it, and it looked to be deflected off Augustine, and now we wait to see if Moldenhauer tipped it in or if it went in by itself. Nonetheless, a Michigan goal to cut it to a 2-score game. And yes, it was Moldenhauer who tipped it in.
Yeah, great follow through there because, you know, if nobody was going to follow through with that goal, that shot and try to get it in from Fantilli, then it would have just kind of sat there. And Trey Augustine, great as a goalie he is, he's going to try to get that out of the net. And so good thing Moldenhauer was there to follow through with that and just tap it right in.
Moldenhauer's 10th goal of the season comes at a big time. It's now a 2-goal game with just 5 minutes through the third period, and the Wolverines are right back in this thing. In the offensive zone, Ernest fired one off. Robertson gets the ricochet. Loose as Draper tried to get to it behind the net, got held up. Shaw got checked. It'll be loose, and it looks like it hit the netting. So wait for the call.
I mean, the Wolverines are 20 shots now to Michigan State's 26, so they've definitely kind of brought in some more shots. They're not double the shots anymore. But, you know, this is kind of how last night went. Third period started, and Michigan was able to get 4 goals straight and hold Michigan State to 0 after the third period. So, again, like I said, Michigan State can't sit pretty with the #1 team. And, you know, that was Nick Moldenhauer's 10th goal of the season, and we're about to see some great hockey here.
Future Maple Leaf had his first multi-goal game last weekend at Ohio State. Keeps the hot streak going tonight. As some extra pushing and shoving after the puck is frozen by Augustine. It'll be another face-off in the offensive zone for the Wolverines. I'm
kind of surprised there's not more penalties, if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
And more like major penalties.
They're letting them play.
Yeah.
Hughes wins the face-off for the Wolverines. Barnett swings it across at the blue line. Rion Mullen working his way in, fires one off the glass. Hughes will clear it back out, and it goes out of the zone all the way back across the other blue line. In the neutral zone, the Wolverines hold it. Barnett swings it across the boards. To receive is Perron. Hughes now behind the net with it, stolen by Geary. Geary chips it up across. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Rion Mullen has it for the Wolverines as he comes across the Hockeytown logo. Loose puck. Nielsen has it for MSU behind his net. Cleared out by Leahy. All the way across the ice it goes, and will be another icing call.
I've seen definitely a shift in play from Michigan here. It's like something kind of lit some fire underneath their skates. They're definitely playing a little bit better of a defensive arc, you know, preventing Michigan State from really gaining any more possession in the Michigan zone. They've done a really good job at keeping it in the Michigan State zone, which they haven't at all during the rest of this, or the previous part of this game.
Hage versus Nielsen on the face-off, and the Wolverines win it. Moldenhauer had a one-timer there that time as it'll be too high, goes into the netting. It'll be another face-off.
Yeah, crazy shot there. Honestly, it kind of looked like it could have gone in, but then it was just completely long and wide.
Couldn't tell if it got ricocheted maybe, but yeah, it was very high.
Oh, it definitely did. It was Trey Augustine ricocheted off his top of his stick, and that's how it went out. I was like, that almost went in.
Wolverines have it in the neutral zone. Swung across the boards. Horkoff receives it. Now to Moldenhauer. Swings one around. Tried to connect with Hage. Couldn't get there. Wolverines still have it. Fantilli feeds it in. It's loose behind the net. fight for the puck. Hage is trying to get there. 2 Wolverines, 2 Spartans. Horkoff is in there as well. They're still fighting for it. Spartan on the grounds. It was Leahy, and MSU will be able to clear it out of the zone. It'll go all the way back to Ivan Kovic, who was able to swing it out quickly to Fantilli. He goes off the boards to Moldenhauer. Duke. Duke's pass is intercepted, taken by the Spartans. It's O'Connell down the left board, fighting his way down. Dragged the Wolverine down with him. It's loose, and the Wolverines will clear it out of the zone. Not just yet, and finally Duke is able to take it out. They will switch lines and swing it around the boards. MSU has it. Loose puck behind the Wolverines' net. Robertson trying to get there for Michigan. The pass out to Shouty. He had a chance. A great defensive stop that time from Spence. Loose puck. Spartans have it in the offensive zone. Shouty couldn't hold on. It's still loose. McKinney has it for the Wolverines. Swings it around the boards. Michigan trying to clear it, and they do. All the way across the ice it goes. McKinney has it. Gets checked into the wall. Still loose. Valentini now. Going around the logo. Trying to make something. Swings at the Shock. Shock fires one off the mark on the left side. McKinney couldn't get the rebounds. It's loose, and now the Spartans have it. 2-on-2 for MSU. Martone shoots one, and it goes way high into the net.
Yeah, a lot of long and wide shots. I mean, it just seems like the energy has definitely picked up, and nobody's really thinking about the shot before they're taking it, and that's why it's just kind of going long and wide. But it's definitely a little bit more back and forth, a little bit more of a matchup here than it had been in the rest of the last game. How do you say the previous periods? Is that what you would say? The previous periods.
Well, if you're Brandon Arado, when does time become a factor? Obviously, you trail by 2 goals. You have 11 minutes left on the clock. When do you really start to feel that time become an issue?
I don't think Brandon Arado ever worries about time, if I'm being completely honest. I mean, we saw it last night where Michigan was able to get 3 goals in 1 period. I don't think it's more about time and less about let's try to get some good shots. Let's think about the shots we're taking while we're taking it on Trey Augustine. Let's find his pressure point and try to get in there. And if I was, watching this game, if I was playing, I would think his pressure point is catching him off guard, getting somebody in the back door, getting somebody in a spot, and instead of taking the shot myself, trying to pass it to an opportunity where Trey Augustine is not looking at. He's not noticing that somebody's there to be able to take a shot. Or if I'm coming in, taking the shot without him, letting him time to think about it, you know what I mean? Or I would just, try to set up a play. I don't know. There's several different things that could happen. I just think Michigan is definitely trying to do that now, but like you said, there's only 11 minutes left, but I think a lot can happen in 11 minutes of hockey time.
Yep. Well, I've got to take a second to just talk about Nick Moldenhauer. Game winner against Ohio State last Saturday. Had a goal last night, and then another one tonight. He's really been hot as of late.
Exactly. I would say Drew Schock's also playing a good game of defense.
Yep.
Not something that we kind of talk about a lot is the defenseman, but he's playing a great game of defense, was able to kind of hold off almost a breakaway to happen earlier in that last shift from Michigan State. Kind of used his body to hold him off a little bit there. It was a completely clean hold.
Rhian Mullen has it behind his net. Passes it up ahead. No Wolverines can get to it. And they'll say it was untouched. It'll be icing going back the other way.
I love that they're showing a lot on the Jumbotron, like Michigan and Michigan State people. They're showing 2 children up there right now. One is a Michigan State lover and one's a Michigan lover. I think that kind of just shows that this rivalry is not as aggressive as people may think. It's very much just a family rivalry.
Yeah, no, I mean, you captured it perfectly. That's the spirit of the rivalry, the house divided idea.
Yeah, like me and my brother.
Yeah, exactly what I was about to say. Wolverines have it in the offensive zone. Ernest bringing it around the boards. Tried to connect with Draper, couldn't. Spartans clear it out. It'll go all the way back towards Ivan Kovic. Rhian Mullen holds it behind the net. He will wait. Swings it over. Now Ernest. Wolverines get it out. Into the offensive zone they go. Around the boards. Ernest's pass will go all the way to Duke. Duke shoots one over. Far out, off the mark. Martone clears it out for the Spartans. It's taken back by Hughes. Here come the Wolverines, 3-on-3. Perone shoots one, and it's high. Off the wall, still in play. Duke kicks it over. Hughes shoots, and the Wolverines starting to pepper Augustine with shots. Halfway through this third period. Spartans now on the break. Nielsen, it's a 1-on-4. Does not have the numbers after the substitution. He'll have to slow it down. Wolverines get it out of the zone. Barnhill swings it to West. All the way around the boards. Ivan Kovic couldn't stop it. Lee in the corner loses it. Duke is able to clear it out. Puck in the air, across the ice it goes. Fighting for it in the offensive zone. The Wolverines can't get there. And behind the net, Barnhill kicks it over. West will clear it out of the zone for MSU. Here come the Spartans. It's Riker Lee. Again, does not have the numbers. Swings it around the boards. Bensaugi couldn't get there in time as Drew Schock has it for the Wolverines. Robertson gets it out of the zone. Oh, he tried to pass it up for Hage. Would have had a 1-on-1 with Augustine. Couldn't connect in time. Behind the net, they fight for it. At the blue line, Schock passes it up ahead. Now Moldenhauer. Spartan on the floor. Moldenhauer swings it. A chance, a shot, it's blocked. Rebound got by the Wolverines. Robertson couldn't swing it around. Moldenhauer will fire one off, another one way off the mark. And that'll go all the way back. Another icing call.
Possession has definitely shifted.
Yes.
It's all in the Spartan zone now. And again, ringing very similarly to last night. But again, the time is ticking and you need 2 goals to tie it to go to overtime. And I love nothing more than overtime hockey. I love 3-on-3 hockey. So just for my sake, I would love to watch some 3-on-3 hockey.
Who doesn't love some free hockey? Spartans win the faceoff, get it out of the zone. West will clear it all the way around the boards. Ivan Kovic stops it behind the net. Kicks it out to Barnett. Barnett feeds it up ahead. Now Park gets it all the way across the ice. Spartans have it. Rolfe. Stolen by the Wolverines. A chance for Shifsky. Lost it. Good defense from Rolfe that time to save the day. Michigan has it in the neutral zone. Ryan Mullen kicks it over ahead. Behind the net, it's Draper. Looping around, looking for a pass. Now Barnett swings it across the blue line. Ryan Mullen makes his move, makes his first man miss, swings it. Barnett, now Park, shoots, blocked. Wolverines still keeping it. Working around, the one-timer way off the mark.
I mean, yeah, the Spartans are kind of doing a little bit of a round of applause here, but that is 100% a round of applause for Trey Augustine there.
Yep.
Great defensive work, great goalie work by Trey Augustine. Michigan was really playing with the puck there, passing it around, trying to catch his eyesight off guard, and he was not letting them have it. But I think that's great for Michigan. They really do need to just continue to do that, and eventually you will catch him off guard. But he's such a phenomenal goalie, and I always love watching him.
Time continues to tick here in this third period. 8:19 on the clock. Wolverines trail by 2. MSU wins the face-off. Sturback will kick it out. Able to connect. Manisto, 1-on-2 ahead of the Wolverines. Couldn't get a good shot off. Michigan trying to clear out of the zone. They do. It's McKinney. McKinney all the way into the offensive zone. Swings it around the boards, but before that, it'll be whistled offsides.
It also kind of seems like Michigan State is winning the foot battle in most of these instances.
Yes.
They're kind of out-skating Michigan, which last night I would probably argue that Michigan was out-skating Michigan State. So you can kind of see that Michigan's getting a little gassed. They're not really used to playing in this chaotic environment that Michigan State loves to play in, but they're definitely stepping up to the plate, especially in this third period.
Spartans just sort of drag you into the deep end. They take you with
They
them.
do. They do. That's a great way to put it.
Wolverines win the face-off. Taken back by MSU. Martone, Manisto tried to get there. Hughes will swing one out from behind the blue line, and that'll be just too easy for Augustine.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why that shot was necessary. But Michigan is trailing Michigan State in shots by 1. That is huge from the last time we saw their shots.
The issue is that a lot of these shots have just been way off the mark, Sydney.
Yeah, 100%. I've been saying it's mostly from the blue line, and they're not really quality shots, except that little series right before this last shot. I would say keep doing some of that.
Spartans win the faceoff, cleared out of the zone as Schock will chase it down. And they're going to call icing once again, so we will go right back down towards Trey Augustine.
Yeah, this icing really shooting Michigan State in the foot. They cannot get it out of their zone. They're just throwing it down towards Ivan Kovic, but that's not helping. It's icing. You're not on a penalty kill, so you can't do that. And so it's just bringing the face-off right back near Trey Augustine.
Time continues to tick. Another minute's pass. Perone fires one off.
Yeah, another long wide shot.
We'll have another face-off. This time it'll be Hughes versus Stramel. Hughes on a 10-game point streak coming into this one. It's cleared out of the zone by the Spartans, and once again, it'll be icing. Allow both teams to change lines. Or it looks like the Spartans actually elect to keep their same group on the ice. The Wolverines will change lines.
I think the shots is what's most drastic by period right now. Michigan had 9 the first period. State had 14. Michigan had 8 second period. State had 13. And now Michigan has 9 and State has 3 this entire period.
Spartans clear it out once again. I don't know if anyone touched it, but this time Rion Mullen will save it. Behind the net. No icing. We play on. Kicked around behind the net of Augustine. And now I think we have, is it offsides or icing? I couldn't see.
I'm going to say it's icing.
Yeah, it was icing. So
the other way.
Yep. Thought for a second that the Wolverines got a bit too antsy there.
Yeah.
But instead, be a face-off in the offensive zone for the Spartans.
Spartans winning the face-off battle 35-29.
Unlike last night, Michigan dominated the face-off battle. But tale of two games as we've seen. We'll have a face-off on the opposite side of the ice near Augustine. 7:04 remains in the third. Gives the Wolverines an opportunity to change lines once again. It'll be Hage going up against Nielsen. Spartans win it. It's loose. Cleared out of the zone. Van Soggy swings it over to Lee. Lee's pass is intercepted, and now here come the Wolverines on the break. They have the numbers. Moldenhauer swings it across to Horkoff. Couldn't get it in time. Horkoff still fighting for it. Moldenhauer gets back, but Duke is the one that ends up with the puck. Wolverines keep it in the offensive zone. Duke trying to find a pass outlet. He cannot. Fighting for it on the wall, and it looks like he's lost possession. 2 Wolverines, 2 Spartans, and MSU comes out on top with the puck. Van Soggy has it at center ice. Kicks it across all the way back towards Ivan Kovic, where Fantilli will take it. Both teams will get some fresh bodies out on the ice. Fantilli passes it up ahead. It looked like Shifsky got tripped. No whistle. And there is a late whistle as the crowd erupted. And it looks like the number 3 power play in the country, number 2 in most power play goals in the country, will be getting an opportunity here to make it a one-score game, Sydney.
Yeah, I mean, currently right now, Michigan is 0 for 4 in power plays this game, and Michigan State's 1 for 4. So this is where, Michigan needs to look and be like, okay, we need to take advantage of one of these power plays at some point. But yeah, that was a pretty clear tripping there, and I was waiting for that whistle because Garashivsky was on the ice for too long. He was like, I'm waiting for the whistle too, so big whistle there, but we'll see how Michigan really, they have definitely shifted their way of playing before before this penalty, and so I'm very interested to see how they're playing right now and how that's going to affect their power play.
Official attendance for tonight, just under 20,000 fans here for the 10th annual Duel in the D. Michigan leads the series, but MSU has won the last 2. They played this series before it was officially called the Duel in the D, and they gave out the Iron D trophy, but the first time the trophy was given out was at Joe Louis Arena in 2016, where Michigan State won 3-2 in overtime. It was a big upset over Michigan. It's been a back-and-forth series. Michigan went on a long stretch of dominance, but in this 10th year, MSU has had the upper hand in the last 2.
Yeah. Would you like some trivia?
Yeah, let's do it.
Why not, right? This is what I always like to do. For those of you listening, I always like to give trivia when I I call gaze. Okay, so the duel of the D is formally known as what?
Oh, wow. Say the Great Lakes face-off.
No.
Yeah, I didn't think so. I did not think so.
It's called the Big Chill at the Joe.
Okay, I did know that, actually.
Okay.
That one slipped me, but
Okay,
I
I was about to say, if you didn't know that, you were never going to guess
No,
that.
yeah. I've heard of that before in my research for this game. That completely slipped my mind. Back on the ice we go. 6:10 remains in the third as Geary will hit the box for 2 minutes. Wolverines will play with a man up. Perron swings it over to Horkoff. Now Hughes. Hughes loses it, gets it back. Runs into Horkoff as now Hughes is on the deck. Loose puck taken back, and Rolf has it, trying to clear it out of the zone, and he does. Gets a round of applause from the Spartans fans in attendance. Nearly 30 seconds off the clock. Perron will kick it back. Hage brings it across the blue line and now into the offensive zone. Kicked out again by the Spartans. Stramel on the chase trying to get there. Perron will get there before, back into the neutral zone. Hage swings it across the ice and goes flying into the MSU bench.
Yeah, kind of crazy sequence right there, but it seems like Michigan's power play is very much 3 in the nose of it all, 1 kind of midway through the zone, and then 1 completely towing the blue line. And it kind of let the puck go by, I'm not going to lie.
Face-off won by the Wolverines in the neutral zone. Ryan Mullen holds it, taking his time. 1:15 remains on the power play. Moldenhauer bringing it across the logo. Kicks it over to Robertson in the offensive zone. Swinging around at the blue line, Ryan Mullen. Kicks it over. The shot opportunity is off the mark. Cleared out once again. Under a minute remains on the power play. Robertson swings it. Moldenhauer couldn't hold on and kicked. One-on-one opportunity for a goal. Nielsen swinging and Ivan Kovic saves it. 45 seconds remain on the power play after an almost nightmare situation for the Wolverines. Robertson swings it. Spence couldn't hold on. It's cleared again by Michigan State. 30 seconds remain as they show Ivan Kovic's replay of his save. Nielsen was all alone, just couldn't get it in. 25 seconds for the Wolverines as they substitute. Swung around the boards, Valentini gets there. Michigan State crowd getting loud, it's cleared again. Ivan Kovic goes out to get it. 10 seconds remain on the power play as Geary gets ready to come back onto the ice. 5 seconds now as Hughes just crosses the logo. Hughes weaving through defenders. Tries to pass it to Horkoff. It's cleared again. The Spartans giving up absolutely nothing as both teams switch lines. Here come the Wolverines. Perron working across into the offensive zone. Tried to kick it to Hughes, stolen by the Spartans, right back to Michigan. Loose puck, Perron searching behind the net. It's Hage. Kicks it out. Now Hughes at the blue line. Fantilli fires one off into the body of Hage. The putback opportunity no good from Hughes. 3:37 remains on the clock as the Wolverines still trail by 2 goals. Rolf has it, clears it out of the zone for the Spartans, and now here they come on the attack. It's a 3-on-3. The pass over to Russell, too far. Stramel couldn't hold on, and the Wolverines will take it on the boards and get it out of the zone. Russell couldn't hold on to it. The Spartans still have it. Working their way in, it's Stramel. Into the offensive zone, splitting 2 defenders, couldn't hold on. Wolverines take it back, it's Duke. Spartans on the substitution, almost caught off guard. Duke's pass ends up at the wall. Ernest couldn't hold on, and it's cleared once again by the Spartans. Spence chasing it down, empty goal, and it's tipped in! Oh my goodness! Tommy Manisto! The Wolverines pulled Ivan Kovic abruptly. We were looking down on the other side of the ice. All of a sudden, you're coming back the other way. It's a loose puck. And Manisto, you said it earlier, the Spartans were out skating the Wolverines. You saw it right there. Manisto just took off and is able to tip it in and says, thank you very much. I'll put that one in. And it's 5-2. What a sequence.
Yeah, I would say poor timing
Yep.
on pulling the goalie, because that literally, as soon as you pulled, like, that was really poor
it's crazy timing.
Poor
Yeah.
timing. Like, Michigan State has kind of lacked in the possession, I would say, in this period, but not enough to pull the goalie and be comfortable with it, if that makes sense. And in that instance, as soon as you pull the goalie, there's a open, empty netter right there.
Fans starting to head to the exits, at least Michigan fans, as we were so locked in on the Wolverines' offensive zone, we didn't even see that Ivan Kovic was out until we were looking the other way, and there came Manisto, and he had a surefire opportunity, and he capitalized.
I always say this, Michigan struggles. I mean, Michigan State too. Both of them struggle with not splitting the series. I would say, looking at this game statistically, Michigan was probably going to come out a little bit stronger than Michigan State, but I said it from the beginning. They struggle to not split the series. If Michigan State won last night's game, I could have bet some money that Michigan was going to win tonight's game. It's just something they always do. I can't even tell you the last time they swept each other.
Well, it looks like Nightingale is going to even up the series against Norado to 9 wins, 9 losses, barring a comeback here from the Wolverines. 2:20 remains on the clock as the Spartans work it into the offensive zone. Manisto once again fires, and that one easily blocked by Ivan Kovic. Shifsky clears it out of the zone, and here come the Wolverines. McKinney, now Valentini swings it around the boards. Oh, and Rolf hits the deck, runs into Valentini, as play will get stopped once again. So if Michigan State is able to close this one out, it will mark 3 straight duel in the D victories. Michigan leads the series 5-3 currently, but the past couple of years, it's been all MSU at Little Cesars Arena. Wolverines win the face-off after the offsides call.
Michigan State goal.
Up in the air, loose. Fansaugi gets a piece of it. Fantilli behind the net. Looking down for a feed. Can't connect with Park. It'll go off the wall. Park gets it back on the right side, looking for a feed. Around the net. It's loose. Off the wall. Park can't get there. Spartans take it. 1:30 remains. Michigan State 5, Michigan 2. Spartans in the offensive zone. Getting checked at the wall. Loose puck. Fansaugi trying to put one on. Can't get there. It's still loose in the crease. Wolverines will get it out, but can't clear it out of the zone. Behind the net once again for Michigan State, and a real opportunity for Nielsen. Holding it behind the net. Nielsen searching for a pass. Kicks it out to the blue line. Sturback. Now Geary on the other side. Swinging around the net. 1 minute remains. Fantilli will clear it out. And the Wolverines finally get it out of the zone, but right back to the Spartans it goes. Fansaugi fires one off, passes it over, and Romani couldn't get it in. Saved by Ivan Kovic, frozen with 43.4 left on the clock.
I bet this is going to be the longest 43 seconds ever.
Oh, I could not agree more with you.
Yeah, it's clearing out a little bit here. I think people realize that you can't really get 3 goals in 43 seconds.
Spartans win the face-off. Barnhill feeds it over. The one-timer off the mark for Leahy. Spartans control possession. Riker Lee has it. Passes it over. Jarecki. Couldn't connect with Lindstrom. Now Lee on the other side. Ernest will take it away. Get some help from Schock as the Wolverines trying to get it out of the zone. Still yet to. Robertson slipped. They got it out, but right back it goes. And that should do it. 5 seconds to go as the Wolverines driving across the ice. Schock runs into a man, and now things are starting to get chippy as the buzzer is ran. Barnhill getting swarmed by a couple of Michigan players. 3-on-3, and it looks like they're going to get separated before anything else can transpire. Michigan State has won its 3rd straight duel in the D by a score of 5-2. Next up for the Spartans, a home series against Notre Dame, Next up for the Wolverines, a home series against Penn State.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were going to tussle at the end. I feel like normally after every series they get into a big brawl, but you know, it was a little brawl. I would say honestly, here's my takeaway from the game. What I think Michigan really struggled with were some of the coaching decisions, like the fact to bring Ivan Kovic back for this game specifically. I don't know if that was the smartest move because he's coming back from a knee injury, and that's not something you can just throw him into a game for. And I'm not even sure if he had a full pads practice before this since he didn't play last game. There's time between now and the Big Ten tournament to get him some reps in. That wouldn't be the duel in the D. That wouldn't be the game. This is so important for both teams because they're 1 and 2, that it was so important for Michigan to sweep Michigan State and for Michigan State not to get swept that I don't know if I would put in a goalie that had not seen action in 7 games. So I think that was probably the first thing I would say there. I think he did as good as he possibly could for the circumstances he was in. I think he got lit up for the majority of the game. And then I also think that pulling the goalie at the time that they did was kind of solidified the win for Michigan State there. Not that, you know, really much could have happened after that. I just think, like, that decision was kind of like, what? They literally are in the middle of the ice. It's not like Michigan is in Michigan State zone for a long period of time. They were in the middle of the ice, and all of a sudden Ivan Kovic was gone, and there was an empty netter. And in that point, you know, maybe try to get that penalty rather than, I don't know. Like, it was just kind of a lose-lose situation there for Michigan. I think, now let's move into the positives for Michigan State. I think their defense killed today. And speaking of killed, their penalty kills were on top of it. Holding one of the best power play teams in the nation to a 0-5 penalty or 0-5 power play is insane. That their defense really did well. Trey Augustine with a shutout is great for him. He's a great goalie, and that's what you're always looking for as a goalie is, yes, you're looking to win the game, but a shutout is your win. Like, not getting a shutout, it's kind of like, okay, my team won, but getting a shutout is your win. He did not get a shutout, so I don't know why I'm speaking like he got a shutout. But long story short, I feel like Trey Augustine did really well in the net, and those 2 goals he had were kind of difficult to stop. And then I think also Michigan State did a good job keeping it fast and chaotic. I think they started to lack towards that third period, but they did really good at, you know, keeping their chaotic energy and messing up Michigan's calm energy, and I think that's what they really needed to do during this game.
Augustine, the reigning Big Ten goalie of the year, most career wins out of all active goalies in NCAA. His record against top 5 opponents improves to 16-6-2 after the impressive performance tonight here at LCA. I'll tell you what, if you're a fan of drama, the race for the Big Ten championship is sure going to come down to the wire after this one, Sydney.
Yeah, I think for sure. I think both teams really needed to, you know, come out with a win in this series to solidify that, and neither team did that. I think Michigan State did a really good job setting their standards to not getting swept, and I think that's really what helped them out here.
Final score from LCA, Michigan State 5, Michigan 2. Next up for the Wolverines, it'll be a home series against Penn State. We will see you then. Tomorrow, we have women's basketball on WCBN, number 8 versus number 2 in the nation, Michigan versus UCLA. We will leave you how we always leave you, with a good night and a go blue from Detroit.